tallest field yet of Republican candidates squared off tonight just 150 miles from North Alabama as News Nation hosted the fourth and likely final Republican presidential debate. Thank you for joining us on News 19 and 10. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Greg Screws.
And I'm Christine Killemeyer. From personal attacks to border security to parental rights, the candidates work to sway Republican voters, especially women and younger generations. And News 19's Lauren Layton joins us now live from outside Moody Music Hall on the campus of the University of Alabama to recap tonight's debate. Lauren.
Right, Greg, Christine, the debate got off to a fiery start with candidates going at one another within minutes. That contentious attitude continued throughout the night.
That math does not add up. It adds up to the fact that you are corrupt.
The fact of the matter is, we know from her history, Nikki will cave to those big donors when it counts.
In terms of these donors that are supporting me, they're just jealous. They wish that they were supporting them.
This is the fourth debate that you would be voted in the first 20 minutes as the most obnoxious blowhard in America.
And during the fight to win over voters, the four candidates went back and forth on several issues, from the economy to the southern border to the war in Israel. Former U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, spoke on Iran, saying it's important to remember its involvement with Hamas and the ripple effect of Hamas's attack on Israel.
We need to make sure that we have full clarity that there is a reason, again, that Taiwanese want to help Ukrainians, because they know if Ukraine wins, China won't invade Taiwan. There's a reason the Ukrainians want to help Israelis, because they know that if Iran wins, Russia wins. These are all connected. But what wins all of that is a strong America, not a weak America, and that's what Joe Biden's given us.
And when speaking on the economy, candidates agreed that it's hard for everyone right now and something needs to be done.
I met a young fella in Iowa. He had graduated college a couple years ago, and he's like, "Governor, I don't have a chance. I'm gainfully employed." He's like, "I have no chance to afford a home and start a family." That is taking the American dream away from people. So we're going to get the inflation down. We're going to get the interest rates down. We are going to reduce spending, and I will be willing to veto, and I vetoed a lot as governor of Florida, and we'll do that. We're also going to open up all of our domestic energy for production. Lower your gas prices, lower the price of fuel. That's going to help the economy. It also helps jobs.
The candidates hit on the southern border, all agreeing that security needs to be heightened to stop illegal immigrants from coming into the country and stop the flow of fentanyl from ending up in the hands of Americans.
To the contrary, I don't think it's going to have to come to that if we deal with the actual demand side problem that we also have in this country. I mean, the easy part is talking about how we're going to use our military to secure the border. I will, and I believe that everybody else wants to do the same thing. But the harder part is dealing with the crisis of purpose and meaning, the mental health epidemic raging across this country like wildfire. A lot of these are coming from labs in Wuhan, China, of all places. Drug materials that are going to the Mexican drug cartels that they're pumping across that southern border like a modern opium war.
And while they hit back and forth at one another, one figure did remain absent, and that's former President Donald Trump. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie spoke to this, saying Trump's candidacy is the current biggest problem in the country.
We've had these three acting as if the race is between the four of us. The fifth guy, who doesn't have the guts to show up and stand here, he's the one who, as you just put it, is way ahead in the polls. I'm in this race because the truth needs to be spoken. He is unfit. This is a guy who just said this past week that he wants to use the Department of Justice to go after his enemies when he gets in there.
He also called out his fellow candidates for something that was done in the first debate. He said they all raised their hands when it came to the question of if they would still support the former president, even if he was found guilty on the charges he's accused of. Now, it was a long 2 hours in Tuscaloosa, but that's a wrap on the fourth and final GOP presidential primary debate of this year. But the race, of course, far from over. Live in Tuscaloosa, Lauren Layton, News 19.